Great.
Banter, banter, banter.
Talk, talk, talk.
This is us talking normally.
Hey guys.
By the way, I love what you did with your hair.
Normal. I am normal.
You don't have.
Well, you're with us, so
you don't have to be normal. You're just gonna make us all look bad.
Well, here's a little secret. What the heck is normal? I have no idea.
It's a valid question.
Yeah, I think
this is gonna get deep.
Whatever it is.
Quite.
We're gonna get into some like existential crisis situation. Like, what is life? What does it mean to live?
Yeah, it has something to do with ponies.
That's not a bad question. Yeah, in this case, it has something to do with ponies.
In this case, this particular case, I guess.
Yeah, well, in all of our cases, there seems to be some pony-related stuff going on, so...
Oh, it is a funny fandom, that's for sure. Alright, looks like that we are, as far as I'm aware, we are recording, we have everything that we need in order, so we can just, you know, clap our hands and be ready to go with this.
Alright.
Great. Can people see me as this is happening?
Yes, they can.
Yep.
Okay.
And so what's going to happen is that you're streamed right now. Everyone can see you.
Hi.
Oh, and I will warn you, Scope usually plays with a Skype chat, so even that will be a massive distraction.
Whee!
Oh, God. Oh, we have guests over, Scope.
So what? I do what I want.
All right. But yeah, so this is live, everybody's talking, and we're going to replay this later as part of our official stream, so.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
So,
well, hi everybody.
So, I guess we could, like, sort of get started. Of course, we have, like, Ingrid Nilson here, the voice of everyone's favorite sister, Maud Pie.
No.
Wow, she's moving up.
Yeah.
I don't have a sister.
This is an exclusive. She's the new Twilight Sparkles.
Whoa, let's not create some rumors here, people. None of what you're hearing is true.
But yes, we've got Ingrid here. Ingrid Nilson, Maud Pie, as well as just an actor, voice actor, yoga instructor. All sorts of interesting burlesque dancer.
She's a jack of all trades, or
Really,
a Jill of all trades, if you will.
Yeah, or like non-gendered. No, I guess no. That Jill and Jack are both pretty gendered names.
Are we gonna need to come up with some like neutral term name for just an unknown individual?
Oh.
I just like to be inclusive, you know? I'm all about inclusivity, so...
What about Sam? We could go with Sam. Sam's nice and neutral.
Okay, so I'm a Sam of all trades.
There we go. We're making progress on this podcast.
Well, we're bronies, so it's all about being all inclusive, right?
Yeah. So let's just do a quick just the background, who you are, where you're from, you know, as well as, you know, we've talked just a moment about, you know, your background in yoga and dancing, but, you know, for anybody out there that doesn't know you as well, just mind giving the one paragraph synopsis of your life? Not a hard thing to do.
I don't know what to say. I do some things. I started from when I was out of the womb. Apparently I was dancing and like singing. So like as a baby I was like, woo, musicals. And I grew up doing dance and musical theater. And so I love to sing and be silly, and dancing's like a second nature to me. And voice was just kind of a natural progression of all of these things that I love coming together. This expression that's like, I believe voice is in your body, like your voice is your instrument, so it's not this like detached thing, like it's an expression of yourself. So, and then being in my body, I love yoga, and I think that yoga and the voice even go together, and it's just all kind of integrated in a weird way. And that's me.
Yeah. So you've been doing like theater since I guess the beginning, right? You've always been a theater kid.
Yeah, I was one of those, the theater geek in high school, always in a drama club, and also the environment club and like some other clubs. So yeah, and grew up in a musical theater company. So that's sort of, and then got into.
Were your parents involved, or your
no,
family?
I'm like the wild card child. Like my parents are very kind of intellectual or like more just I'm the left field black sheep. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But they encouraged me, which is great because I couldn't do it without a lot of people's support and including a lot of people. My agent is amazing. Yeah.
That's awesome. And so when you so as far as like being getting into voice work, how long ago did you start doing that, or when did that opportunity open up for you?
Right. So I was saying it was just kind of seamless from the theater and film, but it did take some effort, actually. I was working in film, and at my agency, there was a voice agent. And so I met her, Caroline, my agent. She's amazing. And I said, I think I could do this voice thing if you believe in me and send me out for an audition. And she was like, I don't know. And like, so I jumped through some hoops and, was just really trying to do this thing that I thought that I could do. And I think that like kind of positive thinking helped because I went out, she sent me out on an audition, and I booked my first one, and it ended up being a series that went for 4 years. So I think it was a combination of beginner's luck, but also like preparation, meeting opportunity. Yeah.
Excellent. So as far as like other voice work you've done, what other like sort of like titles were you really proud of that you were a part of besides MLP, obviously?
Well, I don't think it's been released yet, but there's this Barbie movie coming out that I play a villain in, or like the bad Barbie.
Nigga Barbie.
I'm actually like the kind of like punk rock Barbie in this band. Barbie Goes to Band camp. Like, oh man, you gotta see it. No, I don't know if it's your style, but so that's coming up, and I play the character Sloan on that. I think the series that I first got was also one that I was excited about because I grew up watching Strawberry Shortcake, and so that was the show, and it was a lot of fun. And Andrea Libman and Ashley Ball were both on it as well, and Rebecca Soiche. Am I saying that right?
I think you should wait, Cat. I thought it was Short
We'll go with that.
Okay,
it's Short Kid, I guess. Yeah.
Right, it's like toy. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm happy that I'm not the only one that makes that mistake.
I asked her at BronyCon straight up, said, how do you pronounce your last name?
She said, I don't know.
She's awesome. I see her when I'm out walking my dog sometimes. Who is currently hiding under the couch, but maybe she'll make a cameo appearance later on. So
we can share pet stories.
Totally, I'm all about it.
So, all right. So, I guess acting all your life, got into voice acting as well too. Really, how did you start to get involved with MLP specifically? How did that opportunity come about?
Right. Well, some people might have heard this story before, but I'd been living in Japan for a little while. And I was teaching yoga there, actually, in Fukushima and Okinawa. I love Japan and Tokyo. And I kind of felt like I stuck out like a sore thumb there, and that I did have kind of like a mod voice compared to the Japanese language is so beautiful, and the inflection of it, the tonality. So they'd be like, arigatou gozaimashita, and like, kawaii, and like all over. And so I came back and I got this audition, and I was like, well, that's how I've been feeling recently, is like mod. Like I kind of am my own thing. And so I just kind of harnessed that, feeling a little different.
And so that was kind of the origin, was just what was like the sheet they just wanted to have, like, we're looking for a character that's very subdued, very, and that was pretty much how you channeled that particular character.
I should go back and look at the sides for mod.
Did you know it was for MLP, or was it sort of like we're just looking for a character to do a deadpan sort of character?
Well, what's funny is while I was in Japan, I was like meditating on My Little Pony. I was like, I want to be on this show. It's such an awesome show. I honestly was doing that. So when this came up, I was like, oh, like I don't want to jinx it, and so I'm just so grateful. Like it's an awesome show, and I'm really thankful to be a part of it. Maud, I think, was described as fairly flat, not a lot of inflection in the voice. And I don't know if they described her as kind of odd, but something like marches to the beat of her own drum or something.
Yeah, so I guess like as far as from the original like like one sheet of her, like how did you sort of take over and make Maud your own then? I know you said it was part of felt like you're an outsider from Japan, which is another story we got to talk about. But I guess how did she evolve into your character then?
I guess what I did was, because there wasn't a lot of intonation in that voice, and I have a lot of like expression and like my voice isn't really like Maud at all. And I've described this before, but I kind of got really still and like kind of meditative, and I just like took all of the inflection out of my voice, and so when I read for Maud, I don't move very much. I'm just really still. And that helps me because I think I might be kind of like ADHD or something. But so like just to be still, I think is kind of how I channel Maud.
It seems very difficult considering the fact that you're in a room. I assume whenever you're reading the lines, you're doing that as part of like the group recording.
Yeah, most of the time.
So you've got a room full of everyone. Everybody's joking, they're bouncing, everybody's pumping a whole bunch of energy into the room, and you've just kind of have to bottle it all in to try and make that character happen.
It's true. It's challenging, but I think that like most, like as an actor, like your body is kind of your instrument, and so I think that it just becomes like about using like your whole, like not just your voice but your body, and that does require like training. So I guess even like dance and yoga are helpful, and it's difficult though because like someone like Peter New, if he's in the room, he just makes me laugh and like sticks pencils up his nose.
Yeah, that sounds like Peter. Yeah.
Yeah, it certainly does.
He's like over here, and then I'm like and like trying to not move, and then just like falling over because I'm laughing so hard. So Peter New, you suck. No. I love you.
Words I'm sure at least a few people have probably uttered, just like, goddamn Peter, not right now.
Stop.
No, he's great.
No, he's great. He's fantastic.
Great guy.
Yeah.
So I mean, just to kind of round out the last piece of this, and of course the reason that we have you on is because you're going to be at Everfree Northwest, which myself and Sandy, one of the other hosts of the show, are going to be a part of. So everybody gets to meet you there, and then gets to encounter the fun that is your presence. But yeah, how's your interaction just with the fandom overall been? You know, since taking on the Maud character and then being, you know, having to interact with us weirdos.
Oh, I'm just burping. Excuse me.
Oh, it's fine.
You're one of us already. So.
Perfect.
I had Mexican right before. Oh, it's Taco Tuesday.
Oh man.
Oh wow.
I didn't even. I had like kind of a taco salad though. So pardon me if I burp.
That's fine. You're just fitting in at this point, really. I feel left out.
I don't know. Like I feel that just like getting to know the fandom has been such an honor, and like just kind of like another seamless integration into, you know, things that I do, and I'm really happy and thankful to be a part of, because I don't see like anything odd about it. I'm also a supporter of the show. I love to watch the show, and I can tell why people like the show. So that's just it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So
let's see here. I mean, yeah, it's. I think that there's a lot of that, and I'm sure that there's been a lot of talk around since you're, you know, with you know, you're around Andrea and a few of the other voice actors. I'm sure that you've heard even before you probably heard plenty from them about the show of like, wow, this is a really weird show, but you probably want to get on it because it's one of those, I don't know if I'd say once in a lifetime things, because that seems kind of dismissive, but you know, it's one of those like, it's a really weird thing to be a part of. You might want to try this, or may want to try out for it.
It's kind of a phenomenon, and I didn't really know about the extent of it at all when I was auditioning for the show. It was just like a show that I watched growing up, and I thought, like Strawberry Shortcake, it would be so much fun to be on it. And And then when I started to find out about the fandom, I was like, well, cool. Like, it's a good show. People like the show. And I actually found out the most about the fandom before I went to my first convention from the Brony documentary, but not the main one, the one with Ashley Ball, called The Brony Tale. And so I saw Dusty at the screening of it in Vancouver before I really like knew much about him except for what I'd seen on the documentary. And then he was there. He rode his motorbike up from California.
That's Dusty.
Totally, right? And I didn't have like the nerve or like the courage to talk to him because I was like, whoa, he's such a cool dude. Like, and then like a couple months later I was on his show and like, you know, just chatting all about all the things. And he's such a great dude, and like we've met in person now. We met at Ponyville Cider Fest, so it's just been like this gradual like integration and like awareness. Like I just am learning all about what goes on in the fandom, and I don't know. I'm just finding out for myself, and I'm stoked for Everfree. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
It'll be good. Seattle's a great town.
Now, my other question was, like, when you were at that screening, was that before or after your episode aired, or they knew of your involvement with the show?
I think it was after my episode had aired, and before I knew that there was any hype around my episode at all. Like, I think I kind of did I think I knew that I was going to a convention, but I didn't really know, like, for the longest time after I recorded and even after the episode aired that, like, anyone even liked it or enjoyed it. So it was just, it's great that, you know, people like the show. And yeah, so, but Dusty to me, like, from having seen him in this documentary, seemed like kind of a celebrity, and I was like, whoa, it's the guy from the documentary, man. I can't talk to him.
He very much is his own character. I have at least once where we went to a tattooing convention that was here in the Bay Area, and it's just like, dude, you should show off your tattoo, and he's like, I think I will. Just straight up, just takes it off just to show off the Rainbow Dash tattoo. Gets up on stage. I'm just like, that's so Dusty.
But I love that because, like, he has a Rainbow Dash tattoo. Like, that's freaking cool. I'll show you my tattoo.
Yeah, I was about to ask, since we're talking about tattoos, you just got the one arrow?
Actually, I have 2 tattoos. Try saying that 5 times fast.
2 tattoos, 2 tattoos. Ooh.
Like
Like Tatooine.
I've got this. I don't know. This one is.
So you got 2 arrows.
Yeah.
So what's the symbolism in the arrows for you?
Well, you can like decide for yourself.
Oh, so it's.
Well, there's so much symbolism in arrows. Like, where do I even begin? Like, look to tribal cultures and like they carved their own arrows, and like the bow and arrow and the significance it's played in just like survival of our human species. But for me, it's about like aim and like direction in your life, and like what direction are you going? Is kind of the question of these arrows. Hi, hey.
And there's my little guy.
Hi. Your little guy how old is he?
He's 6.
Whoa.
And he likes ponies too. And he likes to invade.
For those that are getting the audio version, Alpha's kid has showed up.
Game? What's that? What was that?
He wants to play a game. What game do you want to play, Asher?
Grand Theft
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto, because he likes to crash the...
What?
Let me tell you the secret about how you can get your money back.
We can play rock, paper, scissors.
He likes to play because he likes to crash the cars on the train tracks and...
Well, I like doing that. Shoot.
Alpha, do you need to step away to go be a father for a moment?
No, I'm
Okay.
good.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna play GTA 5. Shoot up, you.
It's a bonding
like
experience.
crashing cars already, hey?
Wait
Yeah.
till you get to be
My
an
little gun.
adult.
Exactly.
When you be an adult, crashing a car is less fun.
Especially with the insurance.
Yeah, I know about that.
Buddy.
Let's see. Let's move into a little bit less pony talk and some other things. I always loved knowing from our guests what they're consuming and what their kind of like own fandom is. So, are there like any books, TV shows, movies you're really psyched about, or that you follow closely?
Well, I recently watched the movie Birdman, but I guess it was before the Academy Awards, or no, maybe it was after. Anyway, I enjoyed it. I thought it really I thought it asked a lot of really interesting questions. That was a good movie. I have been reading this book called Shantaram, and it's so long. It's right over here. But yeah, it's golden, and it's about India.
That is a huge book.
It's freaking huge, and I've been to India, so I just love the discussion around like the landscape of India. It's so beautiful if you ever get a chance to go.
You're very much a world traveler. Where
Yeah, I
have
was
you
about
been?
to
And
say.
what's your like favorite locales that you've been to?
Ooh, favorite locales. Where do I start? I'm going to Panama in November for a yoga retreat, and you can come if you want to.
I'm being invited. Yay!
You
Let me
are.
get my passport.
We'll talk more about that.
Sure.
But so I'm excited to go back to that part of the Americas. I was in Nicaragua last year in February for yoga, and I kind of fell in love with Nicaragua. But then February, I believe, brought me to the Sea Ponies in Australia on the Gold Coast. And then I traveled around Australia after, and I have heritage in Australia, and I really connected with it there. And it's kind of like Canadian or American culture, but on the other side of the planet. Like and they speak the language but funny, and I love to hear them talk. And like we think we're laid back here in Vancouver, but they're really kind of awesome and chill, and I had a great time there. So Nicaragua, Australia. I would love to go to so many different places in the world, you know. I would love to go to Ireland and maybe different places in Europe that I haven't been. Italy. I want to do a bike tour through France and drink wine.
Who doesn't?
Right?
You want to do it at the same time, though?
Probably not. No,
Not a good idea.
I'm all about safe driving and like biking with a helmet and not ever drinking and driving, even if you're riding a bike. So yeah, I would take a long ride during the day and then go to some vineyards around sunset and drink wine. In my perfect world.
You already have a really interesting life with that, traveling around and doing yoga, and you know, you can even if any of the fans are interested, you do have a YouTube channel with some of your yoga exercises listed on it if you wanted to follow along.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And I'm going to be making for my yoga website, which is tempestjadeyoga.com. Tempestjadeyoga.com.
Tempestjadeyoga.com.
Yeah, that's it. It's going to have some training programs up soon too, but that's not live yet. The website is live, but the training programs aren't. But stay posted for that, because it's coming up probably towards the end of summer. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the YouTube channel, I think you can search Yogi Ingrid, but with just one I, Gingrid. Yeah, was there a question? Because I kind of forgot.
No, that's fine. And by the way, for any of the people listening to this, we will include any of the links for Ingrid's Twitter as well as YouTube. We'll make sure it gets put on the document so you can easily find it over there.
Cool, thanks. Thank you.
That'll be at BronyShow.com, BronyvillePodcast.com. You'll find the show notes. Yay. Let's see. I think the last interesting thing, you are a dancer. Mm-hmm. And there is also on your YouTube feed a very interesting burlesque dance that you have performed. And I went, oh wow, this is fantastic. How long have you been doing that?
Well, because I came out of the womb dancing, like it's just another avenue of dance.
Right.
And I don't know how embraced it is like in different areas, but in Vancouver there's like quite a scene and quite like a large circle of people that are into burlesque. So I started 8 years ago when I first moved out to Vancouver, before there was really like such a scene, and then I went back to university and I like did a bunch of things and I worked more in film and in voice, and so just recently I've gone back to this company, a professional troupe, and so it's burlesque, but it's also like Broadway jazz, which was the origin of the company, was like more of a jazz company. So if you look to like the classics in musical theater, like Bob Fosse choreography, like we pull direct numbers from the musical Cabaret and just some of like the really awesome kind of what I see as even the origins of burlesque. So like old school, like, and with that is live singing. So the show that I do every week with this company, there's live singing with the dancing. So yeah, I think there's a lot of different sides of burlesque, and I'm just really happy that that's a part of, like I said, this kind of woven together thing that is the expression that I'm a part of, I guess, or that I enjoy. So yeah, about 8 years I've been dancing burlesque, but I've just been dancing my whole life, so it's just part of that.
I didn't realize how big like burlesque was. I didn't know there was like a scene for it. I mean, like down here in the States, I don't know if it's not talked about or seen a lot of. Is it like that way in California? Because I know, like, you know, down in Texas where I'm from, and like even up here in Pennsylvania, it's like non-existent, at least that I know of.
Oh, the San Francisco Bay definitely has it. There are burlesque.
Well, that's San
shows
Francisco.
Here. Oh yeah, it gets San Francisco. Yeah, and Vancouver definitely. You know, we're the hip, trendy places.
Well, go-go dancing started in San Francisco, apparently, historically, so it kind of has origins there, and I think that, like, burlesque and go-go, like, have, you know, crossover. Yeah, I think it might just be something that, like, is kind of in pockets, but there's definitely a resurgence of this kind of more old-school form, and the resurgence tends to embrace it more as, like, just, like, taking off clothing, which is, like, I think a part of it, but the old school burlesque was more like a variety show. So there was like comedy in it and like buffoonery and just different elements. So I think that it's just like diverse performance. It's like a variety show on stage, you know? I think
that's like the true burlesque is the variety show.
Yeah, yeah. So
you know, you'll have your sword swallower and then, you know, have a dance number and somebody will breathe fire, you know?
Yeah, yeah. There's a little less of the fire breathing in my show, but yeah.
So you're saying that there's an opening. If I can learn fire breathing, I could maybe. All right, I'll remember that. Any fire breathers in Vancouver? Contact.
Yeah, exactly. The missing link, totally. You can come audition.
Perfect. Let's see. Graham over in our chat actually has a question. Have you ever done, just with the dancing background that you have you ever done any belly dancing?
Oh, I took one belly dancing class once, and I was like, whoa, hips, and like all of this, you know, like movement that I didn't even know was possible. I'm fascinated by belly dancers. I love to watch them, but me, myself, I don't do a ton of that particular style.
I'd snap my spine if I tried to do that.
Great question, though, Graham. Thanks.
Let's see. Just looking through. It looks like we went through most of our awesome discussion. And again, it's been great having you. We just I think we can go ahead and close this out real quick. But what we like to do, especially with any of our guests, is we ask them one cool thing, which is just give us one thing you think is really, really awesome, and it can even be a plug for some of your own stuff. Just something that you think is great, or you'd like people to know about more, that you want to bring up to our audience.
What is great? Okay, well, I'm gonna do a little double plug then.
Do it.
I think essential oils are really great, and I might sound like so West Coast right now, but if you have headaches and you have trouble sleeping, try peppermint oil, like just a pure peppermint oil, or
I've heard of that actually.
yeah, it's great for digestion. It's great for headaches. And I find if I have a sore throat, I put a little on my throat. So if you saw me doing that at all during the cast, like, and it's also just really soothing. There's this whole kind of other side to your senses to explore. And so I believe that, yeah, aromatherapy actually is, like its name, kind of therapeutic. So look out for some essential oils. This one's from a local place in Vancouver called Sage, and it's all locally made, and it's pretty amazing. And the other thing that's kind of amazing is this nonprofit that was started by one of my yoga students. You might have heard of it. It's called Project True. And this one of my students struggled with an eating disorder, and so she founded this nonprofit to support those in struggle with this whole spectrum of issues that are like body image and eating disorders, which are from statistics very, very prevalent. So you probably know someone, if not you yourself, kind of dealing with some of these issues. So if you go to projecttrue.com, you can find out a little bit more about what we do. We're mostly local to Vancouver, but we provide support, so actual grants and financial support to help people go through treatment for an eating disorder, which can be really costly. So check that out, and yeah, if that is like something that you're dealing with, I know it's not an easy issue, and I just like wish you all the best. And thank you so much for having me on the show.
No, thank you very much for
absolutely.
spending your time to be with us.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
Hey, Alpha's kid, you want to say goodbye to Ingrid real quick?
Asher, do you want to say goodbye to Ingrid?
Asher, is that your name?
Yeah.
Hi.
She's
Can you say goodbye to Ingrid?
Bye, Ingrid.
Have fun playing
Yes, you
Grand
can
Theft
smash
Auto.
it.
Yeah, like I'm dad of the year here. I know.
Good job.
Now that's a steer.
The death look his mom gave me was insane. No, don't.
Now you get to see
Stop getting
Ingrid,
away.
and the special. Now you get to see Ingrid's doggy.
Still under the
Hi.
couch, huh?
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us. It's been a fun interview here, and we're gonna go ahead and join back on the main show, which is already in progress.
Bye.
Bye. All right, and that'll take care. I'll cut that out as part of the recording, so we're good. This is just post-show silly banter now.
Well, thanks so much, you guys. I hope I didn't like.
Exit.
Sorry. He really wants to smash some trains. Hold on.
I hope I didn't like blah 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 too much.
Not at all. That's what that is what our show is founded on.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. In the show notes, if you also wanted to put up the Twitter for Project True, it's just @ Project True.
Yep, I'll make sure I'll put that up here in the, let's see, so interviewees. Let's see, Ingrid.
I'm actually putting in the miscellaneous links too as we speak. So.
All right, well, let's put them both. We should put it in the one cool thing as well.
Okay.
So yeah, Project True. Did you want to, let's see, and we'll also, did we get the YouTube and everything put in there as well?
I never got that link.
Okay, well, we'll get it after. We'll get it after the stream. Anyway, Ingrid, I know that you probably have a busy schedule. Or if you want to filter out, I need to actually jump back into work a little bit and see how much trouble I'm in.
Okay, sweet. The one thing, if you could also put in the show notes with the Project True, what I forgot to mention, because I really feel bad asking people for money, but you can encourage them to go and donate to support. There's like a button to click. So that's where I get a little bit awkward, is like, and you should give money. But it's a nonprofit, and it's going to a good cause. So
yeah, if you say charity or nonprofit, folks would just go to it anyway. So.
Okay. Okay, here's hoping. Well, thanks, you guys. It was just so much fun to chat, and be sure and like come up to me and introduce yourself to me at Everfree.
I shall.
I won't be there, but unfortunately, so.
Okay, Scopel, some other time.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be at other conventions. I don't know where you're going yet, so.
I'm going to MLP MSP.
Minnesota. Okay.
Yeah. That's all I know about so far.
Yeah, I'm going to BronyCon, Nightmare Nights, and EQLA.
Okay, sweet.
EQLA is back? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well,
So
maybe you two will cross paths at some point.
Yeah.
I'm
and
sure.
I hope you didn't get in too much work there.
Nah.
Trouble.
We'll be fine. Anyway, Ingrid, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having you.
Absolutely.
All right,
Thanks
bye
for coming.
now. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one.
All right, guys.
Awesome.
That will take care of it for us. Nice little short interview. And as I said, we'll pin that onto the main show. And I just got to trim this up and, remove the part where Starry's zombie flick started playing.
Oh God, I just saw Ingrid's icon on the screen.
Can you press X?
All right.
All right. Well, we're going to be gone. Take care, everyone. And we'll catch you on Saturday. That sounds good.
Oh, well, let me do it. Okay.
Play! Press play! Press the button.
Press the play button.
Yeah, I gotta
No.
go play.
No
I'll see you
play.
guys later.
I'm going to press the non-play button now.